What is up, everyone, and welcome into this edition of the SoFlo Comedy Insiders, guys, with an amazing guest sitting to the right of me. I got my co-host here sitting in front of me. My name is Sebastian Alvarez, guys, and this interview specifically that we're going to be doing today is one that I've been looking forward to because I missed the last time we had this great guest on. He was able to talk to my co-host, Art Roche, last week about his upcoming shows and what happened. How you doing, Art? What's up?
I am as happy as you are to be able to do this interview. Last one was at the Improv, which was awesome. Shout out Dart for making it happen for me. It was the last minute that we could pull it off, but I can't be happier than getting this guest in studio. So let's get it done.
Heck yeah. And with that being said, I want everyone that's here in the community newspapers and in South Florida to put your hands together for the very funny Kyle Grooms.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Welcome back, dude. Welcome back.
Thanks, man. We missed you the last time, man. It was just me and Art in the Improv green rooms. So,
yeah.
you know.
I thought I did. I will say this. It was a dope shoot. The green room vibes, the way that it went down, it was really, really cool. I love what you guys did. But you had actually a show that just passed that we were promoting during that interview out there at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. How did that go, dude? What went down?
It was amazing, man. It was the headline, the open mic. Well, let me start over here. It was an amazing show.
Well, I know you had
everybody did their thing. You know, the host, the guest spot.
Who actually
my
ended up
feature,
blowing
I had
up?
Q Brooks hosting.
Nice.
I had Dom go up and do a guest spot.
Heck yeah.
And then Jay Moreno, you know, he featured for me, and he set the bar, and then I just went out and did my thing.
Heck yeah, man.
Great show.
Dom and Jay, both friends of the show, former guests of the show. So we love to see all of the South Florida talent collaborating and putting together amazing shows. That's a great lineup you set up too.
You know, always curate a nice lineup, you know, perfect.
No, and shout out Q Brooks, who last time we kind of brought him up and talked about him, and we kind of DM back and forth, and someone who just showed mad love to you as a friend, and you kind of shouted him out on the podcast as a great friend. So shout out Q Brooks, man. I wish I could have been there just to see his set, if nothing else.
Yeah, and he's back in New Jersey, so you know,
dang,
he did his thing.
That's dope. That's dope. How do you like South Florida?
Oh, he loves it, man. He's he always wants to go out when he comes here, but I'm a family man. When I go, I'm like home at 12 o'clock. He's like, oh, we got to go home. He don't want to sit in the living room with me and my kids watching TV.
Hey, Q, listen, man.
He wants to be in the streets when
you're in Miami. All right, you're part of the Comedy Calendar family now, so hit me up. Let me know. We'll drop Kyle off. You know what I mean? And Miami doesn't end at 2 in the morning.
That's what you have to do. I'm not in the streets no more. Q was in the streets. And so I understand. You come to Miami, especially even when I go to other cities, I don't want to go back to my hotel room. I want to go out and smell the pavement and see what's going on in the city. I couldn't imagine coming to Miami, then have to go home with this family man and just sit and play Uno with his kids.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean? Yeah, so.
Believe it or not, Uno, it's about to be a table game at casinos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just saw that announced. So you can like get skipped 3 times with your freaking rent on the
They
lot.
should add Uno to Squid Games. That'd be cool.
That'd be crazy.
Bro, this generation will literally gamble on anything. You guys complaining about not having money to buy pay your house or pay for a mortgage, like just delete the gambling app on your phone. Like just stop.
I think Hard Rock Bets might be like the most profitable app ever created.
Wow.
Like if you do the math on that, there's no way, dude.
They don't hire any athletes. They don't create any of the talent.
They just hired Post Malone. That's it.
Well,
you get a Post Malone size bet and you could win big.
Hard Rock. Listen,
Rock.
if you pay us, I don't care, bro. I'll do it.
We have no morals. We will promote gambling.
Yes.
Happily.
Yeah, I think I auditioned for a few gambling commercials.
For Hard Rock Bet.
For Hard Rock Bet.
Yeah, man. I mean,
auditioning is already gambling. You're gambling for gambling, you know?
No, but I think that's dope. Speaking of Hard Rock, though, you have a show that's coming up. It's a part of a really great festival. You're opening up the festival at the Hard Rock Cafe in Bayside. What is that? And tell us a little bit more, because I know I've heard a little bit about it, and I'm super excited. So,
it's the Miami Takeover. July 24th through the 27th. It's like 8 events. People come from all over the country to come to Miami, party, have a good time. You know what I mean? this ain't the spring break crowd.
Mm.
This is the adult, mature, people own property and pay taxes crowd. You know what I mean?
Nice.
It might be some twerking, but then they gonna be working. Knowing they got a job to do. You know what I mean? So
you gotta pay the bills.
But I'm opening the comedy show. It's the Comedy and Vibes. It's the first night. People get in town. They want to get a laugh before they start the other festivities. So yeah, I'm headlining the comedy show. It's at the Hard Rock in Bayside.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to Hollywood Hard Rock. Don't go to the Guitar. Go to, you won't get in.
Bayside Bayside. It's not the AAA arena.
It's by the Kaseya Center.
Kaseya Center, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's right. It's centrally located,
But the Heat Stadium,
Perfect.
yep.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Have you performed in this festival before? Or is this going to be your first time?
No, I've never performed here. I've seen it before because it's been like 17 years they've been doing it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and they've been coming to Miami, forever. And I think in like 2018, 19, I went to the show they had on Miami Beach because it used to be on Miami Beach until Miami broke up with tourists. And it was an amazing show. The energy was great. Like people from all over the country, Washington D.C. That's the where it starts in Washington D.C. But it's an amazing show. I always wanted to be on it. And now I'm headlining.
Hell yeah.
So the comedy night specifically, you're saying it's the first event that kicks off the entire festival?
Yeah, comedy opens up the festival.
That's
the
dope.
First night they get in town, they want to get a laugh, get a drink, and start off slow. And then the other events after that, the whole weekend.
Who else is going to be on that lineup with you?
Larry Dog is going to be on it.
Oh, Miami legend, Larry Dog, actually. We were talking about him before the show started.
Yeah, Larry's a legend. Larry goes way back in Miami. And Brian G. and Bert. Let me see that. Right. Oh, Bert Cornelius. Yeah. Bert Cornelius. That's the other guy.
Wait, so you said Brian G. I had actually here in my notes he's Mr. Fit and Fat now?
Oh yeah. I didn't know about that. Mr. Fit and Fat.
I like that. Yeah. Hey.
And then I look at him, he is kind of fit and a little fat.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. It worked. I mean, I think I saw him last week at the show at Knockers. Mm-hmm. And yeah,
perfect description.
Yeah,
he just can't lose any weight now.
Yeah,
because then you have to completely change.
Either he's gonna just be fat or fit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can't risk it.
You got I think we were saying earlier, we got to get him and Fat and Funny on the same show, so it's fit and fat and funny on the same. Say that 5 times.
Yeah.
Real fast.
Listen, if they put that show together, we're going to promote it here on the Comedy Calendar. I'm telling you right now, it's what we do.
100%. Right? And Kyle Grooms will be on there.
Gym membership.
Oh, speaking of which, I saw a picture you put for your birthday. Happy birthday! Your birthday was last week,
you, man.
Right?
Yeah, it's my birthday.
Dude, I saw a picture he puts on. It's like, bro, straight thirst trap. Was that AI?
Thirst trap for who? Not for you.
Not for me, dog.
But bro, you were caught in his web though.
What I'm saying is that, like, was that an AI? Bro, you have like an 8-pack, dog. What's up with that?
Hey,
bro?
I've been working out. That's what it is. AI.
I think all the fat and the funnies and the fits, everybody call Kyle Grooms. You know what I'm saying?
It's AI, athletic investment, bro. That's something that you
I gotta keep my core strong. Comedy is a hard job, man. Traveling from city to city, getting on stage, and keeping your silhouette right.
Well, damn, good work, bro. Because I'm struggling.
That mic gets heavy sometimes if you don't work out.
Yeah, that's why I only do curls with 2-pound and below dumbbells. So it's like I'm really smooth with the mic. You know what I mean? Like I got it.
You gotta know how to work it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. But dude, this festival sounds incredible, and I wanted to know, from your experience with it, like you were saying, this audience, it comes from all around the country.
Yeah.
Do they get international as well? People that come through?
I'm pretty sure there's a few international people with passports or whatever.
Nice.
But I don't know, now the way the States is, United States, I don't know, too many foreigners want to come here and party with us. But unless you got all your papers. Come to the
make sure you're on point.
Come to the Miami Takeover, but if you have all your papers.
Yeah, come to the Miami Takeover, but make sure you bring your passport and your visa that shows that you are here for a legal period of time.
Especially if you're like a good time and end up in Alligator Alcatraz.
Especially if you're like ambiguous looking like me. You know what I mean? Like if you're like people are like, is he, isn't he? Like just have your papers on you, you'll be fine.
You ain't ambiguous enough. You look straight like you should get a first class ticket to Alligator
Heck yeah.
Alcatraz.
What was it?
I'm
El Salvador? You're El Salvadorian, right?
Yeah.
That's where you're from?
I'm from Belize.
You're on the brochure.
I'm the guy they talked about. They're like, hey, this guy in here, he's doing well. He's doing well. He's good. He fits in.
Dude,
You could be an extra in a.
Yeah.
Other than this, do you have any other shows you got coming up that you can let the people know about?
No. This is it. So make sure y'all come out on the 24th July.
Do they need to get tickets for the show?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. MiamiTakeover.com.
There you go.
The MiamiTakeover.com.
Heck yeah.
Make sure you put that "the" in there. The MiamiTakeover.com.
Yeah,
and
Miami
get your tickets and
Takeover
you'll
is
find
actually a very hostile political group that is trying
yeah.
to overthrow the Miami government. Don't look them up, please.
Don't
This
do
is
that.
the
The
Miami Takeover.
not Miami.
Not
We make it
Takeover.
easy. Just hit me up, DM me on Comedy Calendar. We'll make sure you get to the right links. We'll have everything linked up in here for
Absolutely,
you
100%.
guys for the right tickets, and
Mhm.
of course.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so in one of the things, kind of in the research that we didn't get to talk about last time, you got to film a special here in Miami a couple years back at the Villain Theater. So it's like Kyle Grooms, which is already like a staple, and here in the Miami scene, and Villain Theater, who's a group of people that have been doing for a long time now and really kind of putting their roots deep into Miami. So. If I can ask, like, how did that come about? How did you think about, I want to do this and I want to do it at Villain?
Well, when I got out of, I had my surgery. I wanted to shoot a special, just describing what happened and the whole surgery and stuff. And I was looking for a venue, and I saw the Villain Theater. It's in Little Haiti. It's kind of got like a public people's theater type vibe to it. Like everybody's artsy and trying to get in, into the art. So I said, this is perfect. I just liked how grounded it was. You know what I mean? And it was a good place to
No,
do my
it's a
special.
super cool, intimate venue.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
like
unique. You don't really
mad
have too many
intimate.
of those.
Yeah. And it's a theater, and it's a
Mhm.
space that I could get in and bring in cameras and set the scene, and it wouldn't be too the ceiling isn't that high.
Mhm.
So it's like, yeah, it's a perfect intimate spot to have. I'm surprised more people haven't done things there.
Right.
And that's exactly what kind of took me down this journey, because one, I remember that day and I didn't know what was going on, and I showed up at Villain and I saw they had it kind of like with some signs up, and they had it kind of closed off, and I was like, oh, what's going on? They're like, oh, they're doing something, they're filming something inside. And I just left like, oh, what the hell,
Yeah.
And then literally last week, finding this video and realizing what was going on inside.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Villain.
Uh,
I mean, we set the stage up a little so
Right.
it didn't look, some
You had a
lighting in
backdrop.
there and backdrop, and we even laid down like vinyl on the floor for the stage. We wanted to give it a good look.
Nice.
and it looked good. It looked great, man. Like, and I like how you did a multimedia aspect where during your performance, it was just a stand-up performance.
Yeah.
But then during your, like, the final edit or whatever, you guys...
Yeah, the cutaways. We did cutaways
Yeah.
where it was kind of like documentary style, and then over jokes as a, just a
Dude,
backdrop.
it worked really well.
Thank
Like,
you.
it was something that, if you had asked me beforehand, like, if I do this thing like this, would it... I mean, I don't know, dude. Don't do it that way. You know what I mean? No, bro, it came out really well.
Oh, wow.
And so who helped you on that video? I mean, I know it's directed by Dean Gonzalez.
Yeah, actually,
right?
Dean Gonzalez. It was actually Dean's idea, because I wanted to shoot a special anyway, and actually was working on the special. And then after I had my brain surgery, Dean was like, "You should do a brain surgery special." He even helped me come up with the name Brain Humor. Brain Humor, that's my special.
Good.
Brain surgery, humor.
Yeah.
And,
It works, dude. I'm telling you, I watch.
yeah.
Look, if anyone, I'm gonna link. It's on YouTube, so you can just watch it for free.
Yeah.
I'll link it on this clip. Go out there if you're into comedy, if you're into Miami, if you're into Villain, if you're into any of these cross sections, it's worth a watch. And
You may laugh and cry.
yeah, man, that's the thing that's beautiful and artful, because you're able to weave this. I mean, literally, there's footage of him in the hospital, like in I'm guessing some of the worst days of your life.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I didn't know if I was gonna be normal again, or my movement started to go, and my speech was slurring.
And you see like where he decides to do the surgery instead of, you know what I mean? Like, so it's very, and you kept it as a comedy special. So it works as comedy the whole time, even though there's some moments where you're like, and then you bring it back, you do the joke, and obviously everyone sees that you're fine. You're still able to perform at art at at a high level. Very, very well done, man. It's something that I highly recommend people go out and watch.
Thank you.
And shout out Dean. You know what I mean? A friend of the
Dean for doing
podcast.
that, 'cause after he finished, I didn't even know he wasn't a real cameraman and director. He said he had a red camera, and I'm like, okay, we could. He said, I'll get a couple reds and we'll shoot.
We'll get a blue and a green too.
Yeah,
like, how
let's go
like
on there. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Do you have any plans on filming something like that in the future?
Yeah, of course. I wanna. It's time for me to probably maybe an audio. Audio might work.
An album?
Yeah, an album. Just because them serious satellite checks do okay.
Yeah, it's true.
The
So-
residuals.
One of the things that last week was amazing, as I walked into Thank You Miami on Monday, and as I walk in, and who's on stage but our good friend Kyle Grooms here, just killing it, just on Monday. So just getting a rep and just getting some,
Yeah.
And one of the things that we talked about, and I kind of hopefully encouraged him, is like, come out and do the reps at some of these spots, because like in the last couple of years the scene has really blown up. So we'd spent a little bit of time at Thank You. It was really dope, hanging out, and afterwards we went 7 Seas as well, which is, dude, 7 Seas was on point. I mean, what do you? Yeah, how was your experience?
Last Monday night was amazing to me. I felt like I had done a night of comedy in New York City, because I started off at Red Bar in Brickell, then I went to Thank You Miami, and then you convinced me actually to go to 7 Seas. He was like, it's a midnight show, and I was about to go. I started finding myself turning towards home, but then I said, no, let me go, and it was the best decision I've made, man. It was great because it was grounding enough. It was so real in there. Even just the smell of that place. It's like the gym, it's the eye of the tiger. You know what I mean? You like, it was so real. The people in there were just like, I talked to a guy from the stage, and it was just a real interaction back, and it was like, I can't be phony in this place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to rip through.
It really tested that. It made me hit that other gear that I needed to hit of realness, because my first 2 shows were like, I was still floating in the air, but then by 7 Seas, I was planted. My feet were planted. It helped me, and then that helped me on Wednesday when I had to headline the Improv in Fort Lauderdale. So I was ready, I already gotten a few brawls, sparring sessions.
You're loose.
And I was ready.
I love to hear that, because it's one of the things that we always talk about, which is like, I believe in our scene, and I love what we're doing out there, like every night, all these different shows. First things, shout out Mike Daba for that 7C show. It was amazing, dude. It's getting better and better every week, which is awesome. But the scene is obviously blowing up. I love it. I tell everybody that. But then seeing, someone at that caliber be able to come in, at your caliber, be able to come in and just murder the room and really like get a full use out of it. It's like, one, it says that what we're doing actually, can feed somebody at that level of the ecosystem. Secondarily, it says that for us, like, we're leaving meat on the table. You know what I mean? Like, there's still more we should be getting out of this. I should be comfortable enough to go in there and do that, Yeah,
it's a great room. It's a great workout room. It's a shame that the comedy night isn't on like a Thursday or Friday, because then you might get more headliners that come to the Improv, be like, where could I work out tonight? And then you take them after their show. That's a perfect place.
Have you done Taurus recently?
Taurus. I haven't done it recently.
Dude, you got to come.
Taurus,
so Daba runs it on Thursdays.
Oh, wow.
Now.
Okay.
So if you have a Thursday available, hit him up. It starts around 8:30, and it goes all the way to like 1:30 in the morning.
So, 1:30 in the morning? Now?
Yeah. So in the beginning, it's more like the showcase. So people that he kind of books ahead of time, and then afterwards it's the open mic. But if you show up, it becomes the Kyle Grooms show. You know what I mean? Ricky a lot of times will take advantage before he has a big show. He'll come out on a Thursday and rip 20 or just get a really nice rep in. And you have an open invitation. I'm telling you, you just have to show up and they got you.
Yeah, I even liked Taurus when it was a little rowdy and
it still is.
Drunk. Oh, okay.
It still is. You know what I mean? It's a little
People
bit
chatting at the bar, but you still have to, fight through it, But 7 Seas, it just had that Miami nostalgia aspect to it. And it's like
the cash only bar, like one of the few cash only places left.
It's true.
Yeah.
And some of those places, I feel like that creative spirit lives, you know, that real, you know, places like just the venues sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
And shout out Steph, who's the bartender. She's someone who actually, like, sometimes at Seven Seas, I'll go a little crazy, you know, trying to get people's attention. So I'll say some crazy stuff, you know. And sometimes afterwards, I never want to hurt her business. I never want to hurt her money. So I'm like, hey.
Oh, Steph, the
bartender.
Yeah.
So
is she like the proprietor? What is she, the owner?
She's the only figure of authority I've ever seen in that place.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know. Yeah, I don't know who owns or like manages or what how it works, but like if she says it, like it's what happens, right?
Wow.
So I'll come out afterwards. I'll be like, hey, was that? She's like, yeah, that was fine. It's comedy. Do whatever you want, you know. And that's awesome because very few places you get that kind of like encouragement to go crazy and say some crazy stuff that you would never say anywhere else, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And I've driven past that place millions of times and didn't. I mean, I may have seen the building, but I never really.
You knew what it was on the
inside. Was,
yeah.
or paid it or walked into it or anything.
You never think to just pull over and stop at a place. But actually, since I started comedy, there's a lot of places like that now. I think that I never would have heard of. I never would have known. Even parts of town like Lemon City. Like I never would have known about Lemon City. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
But now there's like it's blowing up. But there's so many. Right. And what ended up happening is that the investment's coming in and all of a sudden they're trying to hire artists and there's talent. There's a bunch of artists that are doing things around that area. I never would have known before comedy, you know. Now I'm kind of like ingrained with those people. So it's dope to find out about new parts of like, because you know, everyone knows Wynwood, but like, it's like going to South Beach. Who goes
they
South?
didn't know Wynwood before, you know.
Right.
Like
when it was actually
years
cool.
ago or something. Yeah, you know.
Right.
Yeah, dude. It's I don't know. I South Florida comedy is blowing up. I mean, obviously we have the 17th annual. Is it 17th annual? Did I get that right? Yes.
Yes.
17th annual Miami Takeover Festival coming through. I love that they're picking comedy to kick things off. Again, it validates what we've been doing down here, and of course, the best of the best in Miami right now. If you're gonna hire a comedian to do your show, and you can't be a better person than Kyle Grooms.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's gonna be it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be a good show. The rest of the lineup, you got Larry Dog. Is Larry Dog performing or just kicking it off?
Larry Dog is hosting along with the Larry Dog Band. You know, yeah, because Larry could sing and do comedy, so he's a double threat.
Nice.
Yeah,
we're gonna have Brian G on the show, Mr. Fit Fat.
There you go. I wasn't sure who you were talking about. You said Mr. Fit and Fat.
I think he's gonna do. He's got a couple of new jokes, I think, and then Bert Cornelius, man. So it's gonna be if you want to see literally some of the best comedians in Miami, all in one lineup, all in one night, kicking off an amazing event, come out. It's that simple.
Definitely, guys. You have to get your tickets. Go to themiamitakeover.com. Get your tickets now. We'll also have a link in most of these posts, especially if it goes up on our story. We'll have a link directly to any tickets that you need for that event, but you definitely want to check that out. And also, please go and check out Kyle Grooms on social media. His handle, when it comes up, is right underneath his name, right there. You can go to follow him on IG at Kyle Grooms, because that's where you're going to stay up to date to any time he has a show, whether it be at the Miami, Fort Lauderdale Improvs, anywhere else in town, at the Hard Rock. He will have it posted there so you guys can stay up to date with all of that and make sure that at some point, if you even can't make it out this weekend or this upcoming up week, you can make it out to a future show of Kyle's. Dude, thanks again for coming back and joining us on the show again, dude.
Thanks for having me, man. Thank you. And one more to the camera. Make sure you come out July 24th through the 27th for the Miami Comedy Takeover. The first night kicks off with stand-up comedy and a vibe. I'll be your headliner. Your host is Larry Dog. We're going to have Brian G on the show as well as Bert Cornelius. So make sure you come out July 24th. Miami Takeover, comedy and a vibe. And shout out to my man Wiley K for putting it all together.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. If that's not an endorsement to convince you to go out to that show, I don't know what is, guys. This has been an episode of SoFlo Comedy Insiders, everybody. Again, until next week, keep laughing.